2 Samuel chapter 16. And David has passed on a little from the top, and behold, Ziba, servant of Mephibosheth, is there to meet him, and a couple of donkeys are saddled, and on them are 200 loaves, and 100 bunches of raisins, and 100 summer fruit, and a bottle of wine. And the king says to Ziba, What are these to you? And Ziba says, The donkeys for the household of the king to ride on, and the bread and the summer fruit for the young men to eat, and the wine for the wearied to drink in the wilderness. And the king says, And where is the son of your lord? And Ziba says to the king, Behold, he is abiding in Jerusalem, for he said, Today the house of Israel gives back the kingdom of my father to me. And the king says to Ziba, Behold, all that Mephibosheth has is for you. And Ziba says, I have bowed myself. I find grace in your eyes, my lord, O king. And King David has come to Bahurim, and behold, a man there is coming out of the family of the house of Saul, and his name is Shimei, son of Gera. He coming out and reviling. And he stones David with stones, and all the servants of King David, and all the people, and all the mighty men on his right and on his left. And thus said Shimei in his reviling, Go out, O man of blood and man of worthlessness. Yahweh has turned back on you all the blood of the house of Saul, in whose stead you have reigned. And Yahweh gives the kingdom into the hand of your son Absalom. And behold, you are in your evil, for you are a man of blood. And Abishai, son of Zeruiah, says to the king, Why does this dead dog revile my lord the king? Please, let me pass over, and I turn aside his head. And the king says, And what do I have to do with you, O sons of Zeruiah? For let him revile, even because Yahweh has said to him, Revile David. And who says, Why have you done so? And David says to Abishai and to all his servants, Behold, my son, who came out of my bowels, is seeking my life, and also surely now the Benjamite. Leave him alone, and let him revile, for Yahweh has commanded so to him. It may be Yahweh looks on my affliction, and Yahweh has turned back good to me for his reviling this day. And David goes with his men in the way, and Shimei is going at the side of the hill opposite him, going on, and he reviles, and stones with stones close by him, and has dusted with dust. And the king comes in, and all the people who are with him, wearied, and they are refreshed there. And Absalom and all the people, the men of Israel, have come to Jerusalem, and Ahithophel with him. And it comes to pass, when Hushai the Archite, David's friend, has come to Absalom, that Hushai says to Absalom, Let the king live, let the king live. And Absalom says to Hushai, Is this your kindness with your friend? Why have you not gone with your friend? And Hushai says to Absalom, No, for he whom Yahweh has chosen, and this people, even all the men of Israel, I am his, and I abide with him. And secondly, for whom do I labor? Is it not before his son? As I served before your father, so I am before you. And Absalom says to Ahithophel, Give counsel for yourself for what we do. And Ahithophel says to Absalom, Go in to the concubines of your father, whom he left to keep the house. And all Israel has heard that you have been abhorred by your father, and the hands of all who are with you have been strong. And they spread out the tent for Absalom on the roof, and Absalom goes in to the concubines of his father before the eyes of all Israel. And the counsel of Ahithophel, which he counseled in those days, is as when one inquires at the word of God. So was all the counsel of Ahithophel, both to David and to Absalom.